Sleepy Kitty, and you're watching Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct
at Riot Fest.
Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in on another lovely episode of Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct. And I have the lovely members of Sleepy Kitty next to me. How are you guys doing, and how has this Riot Fest experience been so far for you guys?
We're doing great. It's been wonderful so far. We couldn't ask for better weather. So.
Yeah, ideal. Awesome. Now, you guys just came out with a new album, Flux. It's been taking over the airwaves. Tell us the story behind the album, and how was the whole recording process in general for this album?
Flux was mostly written while we were on tour on our previous record, Projection Room, and so it kind of was the stuff that happened in the van between shows, and like a lot of actually writing in the van and like phone demos, and some of them ended up on the EP itself, and some turned into more fully realized recordings. But yeah, it was kind of like a state between states, as the title would suggest. Yeah.
Well, I have to ask you, I know this is like a super basic question, but where do you get the name Sleepy Kitty? Because I always think, because I have 2 cats and I love cats, so I'm just wondering, what is the story behind your band name?
We are cat lovers, of course. How could we not be? And I think at a certain point, we were coming up with we had a different project in mind. We didn't know what we were getting into, but we came up with the name Sleepy Kitty through some conversation we were in the middle of, and then it became a name that we just applied to everything we were doing. We were a little obsessed with each other. We were falling in love. So we were making screen printed t-shirts for our different bands, and we were making music kind of on the side of our bands, and we just called everything Sleepy Kitty. And now we're known around town, we're known everywhere. We answer to Sleepy Kitty as much as to our own name, so yeah. Works out well.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm going to get on a little personal level here, but if there was one person you would like to thank in your life for getting you into music from the very beginning and helped you on your musical journey, who would that one person be?
One person?
I mean, you can name a couple, I guess they're special, but one person that really
Well, I would say my band director in junior high, Mrs. Link, who didn't kick me out when I played trombone and was the worst sight reader, and I never learned how to sight read, and I really appreciate that she recognized that I loved playing music and let me do my thing and let me be in band, even though I was terrible at band, I guess, at the sight reading aspect of band.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Mr. Holland's Opus movie with Richard Dreyfuss. Kind of has.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking.
I didn't ever study music. I lived in a house with a practice space, and my very first band where we all learned to play together was Harvey Danger, and we didn't know what we were doing, and we didn't know any rules, so we didn't know which rules we were breaking or not. So I have to credit my bandmates in that band for not giving a damn about the rules, and the freedom that we felt doing that is the thing that I've felt ever since. So we credit to each other for just like keeping a spirit going that went beyond lessons.
What do they say in flagpole sitta? If you're bored, then you're boring.
Exactly.
And the bass player, he passed away last year. Rest in peace.
He did. He would be somebody that I would really give credit as just a real, true, natural musician. He started. I think he picked up the bass right around the time I picked up drums, but he plays most of the melodies in that band on bass, which is kind of the secret to Harvey Danger. Yeah. He was an amazing person who outlived his expected lifespan, so all I can feel is glad that I got to play with him and know him. He was an amazing person.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Now I'm gonna get a little goofy here, but if you were trapped on an island and you had one album to listen to, what album would that be and why?
Oh my God.
I know, I'm getting ridiculous here.
The first one that comes into my mind is the Velvet Underground self-titled, and the second one that comes into my mind is White Light, White Heat. Because I think I could always find something new in Sister Ray that I will always love.
Those are strong answers. Mine would either be Crooked Rain by Pavement, or Extricate by The Fall. I know that I got into The Fall by just, when I first heard about them via Pavement and interviews, I hated it, but I was also kind of drawn to it. And then I got into it by listening to it over and over again. And now, whenever I put on a Fall album, that's all I can listen to for a while. So definitely that'd be my go-to.
We'll go with those. Nice. Well, I ask every band this question, okay? I'm a huge movie buff, and if you guys had to compare your band to a movie, what movie would it be and why?
Oh my God, this is such a good question.
Mind-blowing. Take your time, seriously, it's okay.
Do you have one?
Usually what happens is like an hour from now, you'll be like, wait, I know it now. And that's,
Basically, I'm trying to figure out which Gene Kelly movie I can apply as a metaphor to our band.
Sometimes it feels like Godard's Band of Outsiders, where we're just running loose, but minus the pistols and the law breaking. We're a relatively law-abiding band, but the sense of running free is pretty on target.
That's a good answer. I like that one.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, that is a good answer. Well, hey, if there's anything you guys want to say out there to the fans, where to find you guys on the internet, go right ahead.
We are Sleepy Kitty Music on Instagram and Facebook. So if you look us up, Sleepy Kitty Music, you will find us. If you look up Sleepy Kitty, you will find adorable pictures that aren't us, but are furry and cute. So I recommend checking out Sleepy Kitty Music.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for doing this interview. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Make sure to check out our website at WheelersWeekendJams.com and support us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/WWJ. It's like a Kickstarter for content creators like ourselves. We are bringing back the old school MTV. We're hoping to bring it back. Who knows? But we're trying. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
I support that goal.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for watching this interview straight from Riot Fest, Chicago 2016. We just want to give a big thanks to all our fellow patrons and fans out there. Seriously, we greatly appreciate everybody who's chipped in and supported what we do. As you can tell, we're working here alongside all these big media companies, but we're the only one that's independent. So this means a lot to us, and everybody who's chipped in on our Patreon page, it means a lot to us. So please head on over if you're interested in supporting what we do. Head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/WWJ.
Chainsaw.